Hi everyone, welcome back to the Gypsy Caravan. I'm Shan. It's been far too long. So, do you notice anything different first of all? Yes, I had my hair cut. It was just time for it to get a cut. The ends were dying and I just needed a change. And I also made a very bad mistake in trying to cut bangs for myself, which did not go very well. So it was time to actually, go to a professional and fix it. It's not laying correctly today. It's looking a little curly. I haven't styled it. I washed it this morning and left it to kind of air dry. And well, this is my natural hair texture, but it's fine. We'll fix it for the video. I don't know what that was. It's okay. I know I've been missing for a bit. And that's just because I went through a lot. Mentally, I was overwhelmed. My anxiety was through the roof. I was not myself. I was not coping at all. This was just not happening. So that's where I've been. COVID has done some things to my family. Current situation. So we're just going to move past that. Okay. I have just come back from a little week away. It was essential. It was necessary. And I also did kind of a mid-year check-in with myself. So I always make resolutions, depending whether they get fulfilled or not. I always do a resolution list in January, and I check in with myself in about June, July, and alter and see how far I am, and just give my mind a new perspective on things. So that's what the situation is. Well, this was my New Year's resolution in Jan. It kind of filtered, and I just did a little check-in with myself, and here we are. So, I know I'm rambling a bit, and it's only just because I haven't been on here in forever. So I'm just doing a little catch-up with y'all. Be patient. Anyway, so what was I saying? So, which brings me to this. What are we doing today? We are doing an updated foundation routine. I'll tell you why. Because I haven't been wearing foundation since Jan, and if I do, it's for a video, and very rarely do I actually wear full coverage foundation, the whole thing, in a video. And if I do, you can see here I have just broken out everywhere because I haven't worn a lot of makeup, but the heaviest I wore was yesterday when I did a look yesterday, and it broke me out completely, and I don't care because that's just my skin. That's skin, guys. That is what happens. But also I have a feeling I didn't quite wash my face correctly because I had baby oil in the bath situation. Anyway, so I'm going to show you that foundation routine today. It's not really a foundation routine that I've done here before. Oh, but it is the most amazing combination that I just kind of stumbled across, and have been wearing this foundation routine for quite a bit now. It's now my favorite. I cannot not, whenever I have been wearing makeup, do it without this foundation routine. And I don't know how many more times I'm going to say foundation routine, so cap it, foundation routine, done, check it off. So I'm going to be showing you that today. So I'm going to walk you through the entire process of how I prep my skin for this sort of look, the foundation and stuff that I use, obviously, duh. And yeah, so let's get into it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I know I haven't really been here, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll make it work. And like and subscribe and comment and do the things. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. So I am part of a podcasty situation. Fairly new. It's growing. It's getting there. We're trying to find our wings, but we now are posting our podcasts, our audio podcasts, on YouTube as well. So I will link the channel up here somewhere so that you can go and have a look at that, and subscribe to that channel as well. And now I think I'm done. So I'm going to walk you through how I prep my skin, what I use for primers and things, and the foundation stuff. That is actually what I wanted to say. So this foundation routine is geared towards the people out there in YouTube land who have either a slightly normal to dehydrated skin, or very dry skin, or just love the appearance of a really glowy foundation with coverage. Now, Shan wearing coverage. When have you ever? I do not like coverage. However, this is my favorite foundation. I saved up an arm and a leg to get it. I spent an arm and a leg to get it. And I'm trying to find ways to share it out so that I can wear it. But just so you know, this sort of foundation does provide a lot of, well, medium to full coverage. So it's up to you how you want to wear your coverage. I'm normally a sheer to almost nothing person. But I'm going to make coverage work today. We're going to make it work. So if you have a full-ish, medium to full coverage foundation that you love wearing, but don't want it to feel heavy on your skin, but you still want it to like look really good, you're going to want to try this. Now, this is not a new technique. People have been doing this for years. I'm just showing you how to do it. Okay, bringing out the kitty ears and hoping that stays. Okay, so in terms of your skincare routine, you're obviously going to want to use stuff that you know, that you like, that you have been using. Like, this is not the time to try out new stuff, but I'm going to walk you through my process, just so that you're aware. I do have another video on my channel. It's called Why is Skincare Prep and Whatever Important. I'm going to link that down here for you too, or up here, down here, up there, so that you can have a look at that video too. It's very, very similar with a few details changed. So I have already washed my face and I have scrubbed my face. That I did do today. I did scrub my face and that was it. I will link that down below as well if you're curious to know what I use to clean and scrub my face. Let's get into the good stuff now. First thing I'm going to go in with is a toner. This is the Isabella Garcier one. You can only get this online if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to pour a little bit into my hands. Normally one would be like, oh, use a cotton pad. No, bitch. You're going to pat it into your skin, okay? Especially if you have dryish skin. You don't have to use a cotton pad. You can just press it into your skin like this. This is just going to, if you're going to use a cotton pad, essentially it's just there to ensure that whatever product you still have on your face has been entirely removed. So if you like didn't really clean the foundation off your skin before, it's going to take it off for you now. Otherwise, it's just an additional level of hydration, if you will. Next, I'm going to go in with some eye cream. This is the Lemieux Eye Cream. I can't say it, it's French. It's an eye cream. I'm going to decant the tiniest little blob on the back of my hand. Cute, that one's also from Isabella Garcier. Most of my skincare is from Isabella Garcier. Let's just get real. And then taking my ring finger, which is the lightest, the finger with the lightest pressure. I am just going to apply this in the eye area. I'm not going to take it all the way up underneath my eye, because then nothing will sit nicely, and because your eye area is fairly delicate and the skin is very, very thin, you don't want to create any weight in that area, because then your concealers and things are just going to crease and that's not a pretty look. So try and push it into your bone. You feel that bone there? That's your orbital bone, sweetie. Put it there. Pat it in. Same thing on the other side. I can't remember who I spoke to when I was working at the Samson store, when I was still working at MAC there. I think it was a Lemieux consultant. Can't remember who it was. And she said to me that one should ring their entire eye area into the bridge and out 8 times. Apparently that helps to drain your eye. But I mean, if we're gonna go in with a facial roller, same thing, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't have one of those, ring your eyes 8 times. Apparently that helps to flush out toxins and stuff, because you have a drainage system here. Next, serum. I've just knocked over the whole beauty counter, but that's okay. And smashed my phone. So I go in with 2 serums. from Isabella Garcier. Is it excessive? Maybe. Do I care? Hell no. So this one is, the black one is called Ultra Advanced Firming Up Gel. Firms me up. The white one is Ultimate Serum Replenisher. Replenishes me up. So I normally do about 2 pumps each. Because you know, once you start getting into your late 20s, early 30s, it's time to start playing the prevention game. Prevent those wrinkles, prevent those whatever people have insecurities about. I honestly don't. I don't mind getting old. I don't mind the odd wrinkle. But I've been playing the prevention game for a long time, so I'm a little bit behind everyone, which is quite alright. I'm just going to massage it in. It is quick absorbing. Another pimple down there, imagine. So work fairly quick in getting that into your skin. I'm just going to press the rest. Okay, so now we're going to do some facial massaging, rolling out of the face. I have 2. Again, is it a little much? Yes, I don't use both of them at the same time though. It just depends how much time I have to look after myself. So the first one I have here is a rose gold roller with a quartz gem. This one I got from Quartz. Came in a set, so it had a roller and then had like a gua sha stone thing for your neck. That's in the bathroom, but I probably use this one the most just because it's quick, it's easy. I can grab it and just go to town. The other one here I got from a friend as a birthday gift. It's a gold one and it vibrates, so this doesn't actually move, but when you switch it on at the bottom here, can you hear that? It vibrates, so this where the vibration comes out of it vibrates into your skin. The batteries are going a little flat in this one because I have been using this one more recently. So once I have changed the battery on that, I'll probably be able to use it again. I don't actually remember where she bought it from. All I know is that my friend gave it to me, so can't help you with that, I'm sorry. We're going to use this one today. Essentially, you want to make sure that the stone is fairly cool, not cold, as that can break and split open capillaries, which is not the best. And you want to make sure that you do it straight away after you do your serum, so that your skin still has a little bit of slip. Or you can apply a beauty oil if you have super dry skin, which will help with the slip as well. So I start with my eyes first, and with a medium pressure I roll out underneath my eye. The only unfortunate thing is that this one has an annoying squeak, and that's okay. So I'm just going to do a quick version because normally I would spend about 10 minutes rolling out my face in the morning. So I'm just going to kind of show you. I've already technically done this, but I'm just going to show you. So I roll out underneath my eyes. Again, this is all about the drainage systems in your face, depuffing, pulling out the toxic lipids in your face, and just getting rid of it all. One thing, okay, so let me show you and then carry on talking. So I'm going to push up along the forehead like this. I never go back and forth like this. Big no-no, don't do it. Just push outwards. So one thing I will say though is that I have been doing this for 1.5 years now, and I have definitely noticed results. I have fluctuated in weight this last 1.5 years or so. This is still the biggest I've ever been. This is the fattest I've ever been. But regardless of that, even with my face being super round, genetically and also because of the weight gain, this however has angled out my face a little bit more in doing this. Before doing this, my skin or my face, especially in this area, was very, very rounded. And I feel like since doing this, I have this very slight natural contour in my cheeks now. I am back on banting, so I eat ham. So I am less bloated because I'm banting and drinking water and all those things. But even without that, by rolling out my face for like the last year and a bit, I have this natural contour now down in my cheeks, and my double chin has actually pulled back quite a bit. Now, my double chin again is genetic. I come from a Dutch family, everyone's flat, you know, flat face. So this is just hereditary, genetic. But this has pulled back quite a bit since rolling out my face and my neck. So it definitely does work. I have seen results. So it is definitely a good thing to do. And then when I come up to my neck, it's gonna sound super strange, but I hold a swallow. So pretend you're about to swallow something and then hold it, so that this muscle pulls. And then I roll over that swallow. And essentially that's just gonna tighten up the muscles. I read that somewhere. It's been helping. So now that we are rolled out, we're going to apply some moisturizer and then actually get into doing some foundation stuff. So the moisturizer I'm using is called Fresh Solutions Day Moisturizer. It has an SPF of 15 in it. It's from Isabella Garcier. This is an extremely rich, like thick moisturizer, which I'm not particularly a fan of. I don't like super heavy things on my face, but because it absorbs so quickly, I don't mind it. But also I just can't get past the scent. I don't know what it smells like, but it's not my fave. So after moisturizing, you can obviously go in with your SPF. I'm not going to do that because I've done that already, and it's like the end of day, so there's no point. But apply your SPF. Lock in everything with that. It's good to go. First step, we're going to do a little bit of a spritzy spritz. This is the Magic Radiance Fix Plus by MAC. It's the newest addition to the family. It is a combination of a whole lot of great things. I'm going to give it a bit of a shake up. Normally I would apply the MAC essential oils on around about this time. But because of the foundation I'm using, I can't, because it has added oil in it, but this has essential oils in it. So basically I'm a contradiction. It's okay. Just spray a bit of Fix Plus if you have, or some kind of like priming spray. Do with that what you will. The first thing I'm going to go in with is obviously a primer. Again, you can use whatever primer you enjoy using on yourself. The ones that I have been loving recently, okay, look, my favorite primer is when you have a really dewy, glowy, almost metallic look to the skin. Hands down, that is just my favorite primer. But the primers that I've been using lately that just give me something is the Spotlight Primer from Physicians Formula and the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. You can see this one is like on its way out. I use it so much. But for today, I'm going to be using the Spotlight one just because it has a more metallic finish than the Becca one, and that's what I want. So if I'm not mistaken, this actually contains, yes, this actually contains argan oil already, the same as my foundation. My foundation contains argan oil as well, so I think that's why it's also just been working out. Like ingredients go together, or opposites attract. I don't actually know. So I'm gonna do a pump, 2 pumps. You can see it's like metallic, I guess. You can apply with a brush. I'm just gonna use my grubby paws. Make sure your hands are clean before touching your face. I should have said that before you did your skincare. But anyway, so just look at how metallic and shiny and glowy that is. Yes. Cool, and I'm just going to work this into my skin. It is super hydrating. It does create a little bit of a blurring filter, if you will, and it also helps to just take down the redness in your skin, which I clearly have a lot of. So it's great, and it has age-defying ingredients in it. What that means, no idea, but I'm guessing it's a really metallic push-up bra for your skin, which is amazeballs. So this is my skin with just the primer on. You can see it has a really nice reflective, natural, plushy, skin-like finish. I'm going to be using a damp sponge to apply this. This is a brand new sponge by Real Techniques. You can see there, Real Techniques. I have a new sponge. My old one was done. It was so done. Anyway, so it is damp. You can see it's at its fullest, so it's quite plushy and quite squishy. So the foundation that I've just been loving for like all time. I've been using this for about 1.5 years. Not all the time on camera because it is my most expensive foundation that I own. So I'm a bit wary about that. But basically it's the Josie Maron Vibrancy Foundation, and you can see it contains argan oil. I am in the shade Supernatural RG10. It is a little light for me now because I do have a little bit of color in my skin since being away, which is okay because I mix it in with other stuff to darken it, but it's fine. So this is the foundation that I've been loving for the longest time. I paid $75 for this foundation, so you know it was an arm and a leg, but I've been dying to get my hands on this foundation. I finally have. There were just so many great reviews when people were talking about this back in like 2015, 2016. I feel like this was just the thing, the foundation for the time, and I loved all the claims that I read about it, and their matching chart was so easy to use. Like, I didn't have someone match me, I just guessed, and it was pretty correct for myself at the time because when I bought this it was winter and it was snowing in the US, so I feel like I did a pretty good job by myself, you know. But anyway, so it contains argan oil along with like other ingredients that I can't remember right now, but I do have a blog all about this specific foundation, so I'll link that down below for you if you want to read like the good stuff about it. But I really like this because it gives me medium to full coverage, but yet I can still shear it down to make it more skin-like, more natural. And even if I don't shear it out, it still looks like my skin, which is great. I don't want a foundation to feel and look heavy on my skin. I want it to feel lightweight and look as if my skin is just a really great version of itself, which is what I love. It has a really nice dewy skin-like glow to it, which that's essentially what sold me. That is what I look for in a foundation constantly. So I absolutely love this, and I'm glad I spent the money on it. So I've been creating like a little mixture, a cocktail if you will, with my foundation to really get it looking on my skin. So unfortunately MAC doesn't make this product anymore, but it's obviously not going to stop you because essentially it's just a liquid highlighter. So if you have a liquid highlighter, you can totally mix this in, or if you have like a really shimmery liquid bronzer or something like that, you can mix that into your foundation and replace the product I'm about to mention. So the product I've been using is called the Hyper Real Foundation from MAC, and this is the shade Rose Gold FX. So basically, I don't know if you can really see, it has a really nice rose gold luminosity to it. So it does come out very rose gold. Can you wear this alone? Absolutely not. You're gonna look like a rose gold tin man unless that is what you are into. But I feel, just because I am a little bit darker, that these two combined just make the perfect color for my skin right now. It adds that really nice glow to the skin that you can easily get from this alone, but I feel like this just gives like another level, like an added just yes to my skin. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pour out. Hello. About that much. Is it a lot? Probably. I battle with these things and that's just what it is. And then luckily, because my vibrancy does come with a really neato pump, I'm going to do a pump and a bit like that. And then, so that's kind of what they look like before they've been mixed. And then I'm just going to grab the end of a brush and just mix that up on the back of my hand. I use very little product just because this foundation does go a very, very long way. And you can see it's already made it a little bit more skin, or close to my skin tone now. Because like I said, that is quite fair. But a little of this foundation does go a long way, so it's super buildable. Super, super buildable. So easy to apply as well. So I'm just going to take my damp sponge, dip right in. And we are just going to begin pressing this into the skin. Just look at that. That is just absolute heavenly perfection for the skin. Is it not? Okay, so I'm coming up a little bit closer. How great does my skin look? I forgot to do my nose. Never mind. But how great does my skin look? Like, it just has that nice reflective glow. I don't look oily. I just look healthy. And like I look after myself. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to go in with some concealer. I feel like with this you won't need a lot of concealer. But I do like to highlight underneath my eyes just a touch. So I'm going to go in with the Eyelights Concealer Highlighter from Isabella Garcier. It is super liquidy, super, super sheer, the exact same color as my skin. So I feel like it just gives underneath my eyes a little bit of a boost, which is amazing because I'm not really looking for coverage right now since my foundation is giving it to me. I am just going to give my spots a little bit of a color correction, if you will. I'm just going to go in with a damp sponge again on the pointier side and just pounce that in. Okay, so now I'm just going to hotspot certain areas just so that I don't look entirely oily. But as you can see, the foundation has started settling nicely. So some of that glow has been diminished, but it hasn't gone away. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the Prep and Prime Translucent Finishing Powder. It's the loose one in the little container from MAC. And I'm just going to hotspot certain areas. I'm going to take a Morphe x Jaclyn Hill JH30, like the big fluffy blending brush. I'm just going to pick up a bit of powder and I'm just going to set the area underneath my eye where I had that concealer, just so that it doesn't crease and it doesn't move, because that's not cool. I'm going to do a little bit around my nostril. I'll tell you why. Because makeup tends to gather around my nose because I just have a ridiculously oily nose for whatever reason, but nothing sits on my nose. So I'm just going to dust the powder in around the nostril and then just tap it down across my nose so that that doesn't fade away on me. So just to finish up the rest of the face, I'm going to do a bit of like contour, bronzing and highlighter and wrap up this video. Lately I've been really into, I'm always into like cream products. Like my blushes have more than anything been cream. Everything is just wet looking, but I've never really enjoyed contouring with a cream. I don't know why. Never been my thing, but it now all of a sudden is. Like I'm just really enjoying using creams and things lately. So for cream contour bronzer today. I'm going in with the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. This is like the little mini version. I bought a set a very long time ago, and it had a what's up highlighter in this contour stick, and then like a little mini Hoola bronzer, the powder bronzer in there. So I mean, I've always used it, but it's never been my favorite. So now, like, it's my thing. I'm now using it all the time. So I'm going to be buffing that in with a 164 cream contour brush from MAC. I feel like it's just, this is just the brush that does the things for creams in my mind. So I'm just going to do a little bit of bronzing, come down my nose there. I don't want to take it in further because of the powder. A little bit in my jawline, and then a tiny bit in my forehead. Super light, super effortless. Got a little bit of a shadow going here, so it looks like I'm not round. Okay, so now that I have the cream contour down, I am going to set it with a bit of powder. So I'm going to use the Hoola powder bronzer that came in that set. A brush here. This is a 135. This was a collection brush. It's a normal 135. This one is just a limited edition handle that came with a collection. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that Hoola, and I'm just going to bronze over the cream to set it. Anytime you put a powder over a cream product, it is going to last you that little bit longer. So put all your creams and stuff down first, slap on the powders on top, and it will last you the day. And then lastly, for highlighter, I'm not going to do any brush. I'm not going to do any blush because I still want to do another makeup look. So I'm just going to highlight for now. And I just grabbed the first highlighter that was on top, and that is my Mika Beauty Cosmetics highlighter. It is a face and body bronzer in FB-3 Sunlight. It is a ridiculously reflective, wet looking gold yumminess. It is just so good. My brows are irritating me though, so I just want to brush these up for a sec. So I'm just going to go back in with that JH30. Oops. And I'm just going to highlight the very tops of my cheekbone, like just right here. Obviously, if you use a less denser brush, it will look a little bit more ethereal, but if you want something super intense, a denser, fluffy brush like this will totally do the trick. Okay everyone, so there we have it. That is kind of my current foundation routine at the moment. I know it is a lot of products, it's a lot of mixing, but honestly, my skin has never looked this good in a long time. And I say that because I know I haven't been wearing foundation for the whole year, and I've just kind of been trying to embrace like my natural skin, which is fine. Not everyone has to wear makeup, and also with us wearing masks, it's not really feasible. But it got to me a little bit the other day when I was looking through my old MAC photos on Facebook, because I was looking for a specific photo or something. I can't really remember why I had found myself there, but I felt so sad because I'm like, I've lost that Shan. Like, that Shan doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, she still does makeup, and she still like does all the crazy bright eye looks, and my hair's doing weird curly things. And she still like does her makeup, but my makeup now does not look how it used to when I was working on counter. And I don't know if it was just the lighting or the fact that I just had access to all those products and I was touching up every time, and all the fact that I was just wearing makeup, like I kind of miss that, Shan. So I've been wearing foundation again to try and, I don't know, relive those days. It just made me sad to see all those photos, because I'm like, ugh, my makeup looked so good when I was on counter. My contour was on fleek, my highlighter was beaming, you could see it from outer space kind of thing, and now I'm just like, nah, I don't look as good as I used to when I used to work for MAC. And that's fine, people change, things change, and it's okay, you move on. But I kind of miss that Shan, and I kind of want to like bring her back. So that's exactly what I plan to do in my upcoming videos and posts and things like that. So I think it's going to be a good one. But anyway, to actually close off this video, this is my current foundation routine. I'm in love with it. It works for me. I hope it works for you too. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial and kind of getting ideas about how you can manipulate your foundations to work and look good for you and for whatever occasion that is that you are going to. So yeah, I think that is it. This is an extremely long video to work through. I hope I can keep it fairly short for you guys. I do have tons of foundation videos available on my channel. They have been linked throughout this video, so just go back and find one that you like, or just go to my channel. But either way, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope to see you again soon. If you like this video, like this video. Follow me on all social media platforms. Everything's linked down below for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well, most importantly, and don't forget to ring the little notification bell somewhere in your screen. You'll find it, so that the next time I do upload a video, you'll be the first to know. That's all from me for today. Have a great one, and I'll see you in my next video.